Haggerty up in Canada, hello. Dustin Anderson, I don't have anybody to help me read these things tonight, so I'm going to pay attention. Hello, Florence. I'm going to pay attention. Hello, Jeannie. I'm going to pay attention as best I can. Hello, Stephen. And Dustin, I see you made it. Nice to see you. And I'm going to do the best I can with what I got to work with. It is hard. Hello, son, Rico Constantino. Man, I wrote my book after in the room there tonight. So I'm mainly going to do a lot of talking tonight. I'm going to explain a few things. I don't know if the Prince is coming tonight. I heard Maya might not be able to make it. The Prince told me he'd be here, which you see what that got me. So we're going to get into this here in just a minute. I'm trying to let a few more of you get in here. We set a record for views last. We had nearly 5,500 live views, and that is way above the 3,600. I think was or 3,300 was our previous record, 3,360, something like that. And hello, Stephen. And I doubt I'm going to be able to say hi to very many of you. As you can tell, I'm looking at the comments more than I am the camera, trying to see what's coming up here and if there's any questions I need to hit or take care of. And we do got a few things here to answer tonight. How you doing, Nick? What's up? Oh, my weight, my blood pressure, my patience level. Now, actually, the weight's down. We're down about, oh, Lord, since I moved into this new house here, we're down about 20 more pounds. So we're getting there. I'm getting adapted to these new teeth. It's difficult when you only had 17 teeth. I think y'all see a new member of the family in the background there. That's Achilles. And he's not really a new member of the family. We're fostering him for a bit until we can get him a new home. I'm sure he'll be getting on camera here in a little bit. He's actually going in this cage. I don't believe it. Yeah, he's only 4 months old. We fostered him for a friend of mine that had to move to Texas. And love to keep him. He's a little sweetie. He's just sweet as he can be. And, of course, we got 2 cow and Chogadal running around. And I don't know if this thing is running smoothly. Here we go. There's some, oh, shit, a lot more comments. Apparently it froze up. No more Russo out here. Well, we're gonna address that here in just a little bit. I was going to see if the Prince was actually going to show up. And I don't know. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. These are hard for me to do by myself because I'm trying to take a look at the comments and trying to answer a few of them. Meriwether McGregor, I, honestly to God, don't care. But Mary, I'd like to see him do a double DQ where they kill each other. I mean, I don't really care that much about it. We're going up against Raw tonight. We've never done that before. I've heard that a lot of you guys like to chat while Raw's going on. I don't even have it on the TV here. I guess I could do that much and put it up on the Bolatron 8000. I don't guess would kill me. Let me see if I can bring it up here. And or I could watch American Ninja Warrior, or I could watch the Cincinnati Reds. But I'll bring it up here. I'll be a couple of minutes late. And we'll turn the volume down. So, like I said, I don't know how many of these questions I'm going to be able to answer because I really can't read them and tell the stories all at the same time. How you doing, Jeff? Catching a few of you as you roll through there. Raul, how you doing? So what we're going to do, I was hoping the Prince was going to be here to help me, but it ain't looking good. So what we're going to do is we're going to get off here. Those of you that have been wanting me to do these shows by myself, now you see why I don't. It's difficult for me to do. But what we're going to do, I made an announcement last week that we were going to join the Vince Russo Realm Network. We were going to bring the bowling alley to that. We had been offered a position to go there and thought we were going to take it. But after some thought and some people that were trying to persuade me not to, we decided not to take the bowling alley to the Realm Network. And some dear friends had begged me not to go there, and I strongly considered it. And then I waited and I waited and I waited for that other dear friend to call me to explain to me why I shouldn't go there. And it looks like, oh God, what's he into? You never know with him. He's got a hairbrush that Mayara doesn't want anymore, so I guess he can play without. And But my dear friend never did call me. I never did hear from him. And that was the only reason that I was going to consider not going to the Realm Network was my dear friend didn't want me to. And so I was going to at least give him an opportunity to say his piece and to figure out why we do or don't want to do this and to explain why I'm going to. Or if I'm not going to. I was going to give him a chance to plead his case. But I never did hear from him. So for those of you that know who I'm talking about my old buddy Jimmy. And haven't heard from him since the day that we quit Brian last. Looks like I cut myself, guys. Good God. I can't get a break. Oh, well. Part of it. When you got 3 animals that play with you and all of them got sharp nails, that happens. And as you can tell, I can't stay on topic worth a shit, so we're starting to figure that out. And my friend never did call me. I haven't heard from him since the day that we quit Brian last. And then, of course, Brian last fired us 42 minutes later, so we had all that going for us. And I've been waiting to hear from him. I did not end my friendship with Cornette. I didn't end it with Stacy Cornette, but Stacy has been a bit aggressive to me here the past few emails I've gotten from her and trying to put all this blame on me and Christopher and Maya, which, I don't know how the hell we're supposed to be blamed for it. We're just trying to keep working and keep going in the podcast business. And it definitely wasn't going to work out with Brian last. And then I hear that Jimmy said some things on his podcast recently that upset some people that deal with mental illness, talking about the Kurt Cobain situation. And for those of you that deal with mental illness, and and I don't need any jokes about how I need mental help as well, because I think that goes without saying. But there's a lot of close people, a lot of close relatives of mine that have dealt with it, and it's been very serious. And it kind of hurt me that was the view that Jimmy took on it. But, it's his view, his show. I guess he can say what he wants. And then Brian Last went off apparently on Jim Ross here recently and made some horrible things that he said about Jim Ross, who's been a dear friend of mine and even more a dear friend of Jimmy's. And then for whatever reason, Jimmy didn't really come to defend him or take his back either. So that kind of shocked me. And but like I said, I haven't heard from him. He didn't really take my side in the issues with Brian Last, and apparently he didn't take Jim Ross's either. So I don't know. And Stacy may jump in here tonight. I don't know. It's I've tried to figure all this out, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care what anybody else wants me to do or wants me not to, even my closest of friends. I'm not going to pick and choose my friends based on who my other friends like and don't like. That, to me, is very 5th gradish, 8th gradish, maybe 9th gradish, but I think past 9th grade, we should grow beyond that a little bit. And so here's what we're going to do. And being as it don't look like my son's going to show up. I said that the bowling alley was not a perfect fit for the Realm Network and Vince Russo. And I'm going to stick to that. I don't think the bowling alley is the perfect fit to go there. But what I do think is the perfect fit for me and the other Bolins who are not here, that, as you can plainly see, it's going to be a boring-ass show tonight with it just being me. And plus, my comments are not rolling. I'm going to have to do that myself. What I'm going to do is that we are going to take the Brolin Alley, Brolin, the Brolin Alley, to the Realm Network, is what we're going to do. Especially being as, and now let me see if I can catch the comments up, because I'm way behind. If you ask a question and I don't see it, you better ask it again. Looks like Mayara has joined. Not here, but wherever she's at. And don't know where my son is. He said he was coming, but he's not here. But it's going to be the Brolin Alley. And assuming whether or not that Mayara and Chris join me there, I guess they are. If not, I'll be there. Gave my word, and I'll be there. And that is going to start probably late August, early September. We're still looking at the dates, trying to get all that figured out as to when and how we're going to do all that. I think Vince Russo's co-host is going to be the co-host of the show, and from what I understand, he's looking real forward to it. We're looking forward to working with him. Vince has told me that he will co-host the shows once a month. We're only going to do 2 a month, just like we were doing with the old co-host. We're going to do 2 Brolin Alleys a month. We're going to do at least 2 Facebook Lives a month. And we're going to do the dinner with the Bolin Club once a month in 14 shows in 7 cities. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess technically that's what it is. 7 shows in 7 cities twice, so that'll be 14 shows in 7 cities over. And in case you're wondering, I've got a horrible toothache. I've got leg pain. I've got the new teeth I'm trying to get adjusted to. And I'm in a shitload of pain tonight, but I'm here. I said I'd be here, so I'm here. And I'm on some painkillers, and I've been in better shape, folks. But we're going to chug through this as best we can. I may not go as long as I normally do. So I don't think we're going to set any record views tonight or any record comments, because I don't know how long I can do the show by myself, and I can't read the comments that well. My sister's in there. How you doing, Janice? Yes, you did finally catch me live. That's my sister, Janice. And I never could pronounce her husband's last name. Olibode? Hell, I don't know. Janice Risen's what I always knew her as. So hello, Janice. I'm glad you finally caught the live show. My old buddy Spencer Green is in here, I see. Brian Curtis. I don't know how far behind I am because, hello, Harry. The Brolin Alley, Harry, for crying out loud. Will Josh Brolin join? I don't know. He might. If he wants to come, he can. He's a Brolin, isn't he? He can come. And another Kenny Bolin has joined. I don't know if he's a phony one or not, but another Kenny Bolin has joined. And according to 2Cow, we might be having friendly company come to the door. We're about to see. And so tell me what your thoughts are on us joining in the Brolin Alley with Vince Russo, his co-host. Going to be doing with Highly Opinionated. We're going to be doing the tours and doing the I'm losing my train of thought. We're going to be doing the dinner with the Bolin Club. We're going to be doing those probably starting in September, as we're looking at now. We're looking to do Evansville as maybe the first city. I'll just lead you to guess who might be the guest for that show. That could be rather interesting. And Janice says that I pronounced her last name right, so that's good to hear. My own sister, you think I'd be able to handle that, but there's a lot I can't handle today. And so pardon me for being so laid back and out of it, but I've been in a lot of pain the last probably about 3 days, and looks like it's going to be a few more days before I can get anything done about it. But we're chugging right along. And let's see here. What do we got? Should be a great show. Looks like a few of you are on with the show. Looks like Cameron Forsyth is in here. Tell 2Cow you're still my buddy. We'll pass that on. Kenny, can you talk about the late Brian Last Twitter account you keep going back and forth with? Oh, the late Brian Last. Yeah, he's. I'm a fan of his. I like the late Brian Last. Speaking of late,
I just woke up.
Look who just rolled in. Have you a seat there? Man, I'm glad you showed up because it's been a boring ass show without you.
There are some headphones.
There's some headphones. They're plugged in. I think the mic test.
Hello. These are not working.
Are they not plugged in?
I don't know. No, they're not. Yeah, they're plugged in.
Are you plugged into here?
Hey, can you guys hear me? Yeah, there we go.
I was gonna say I hear you just fine.
All right. So sorry about that. Never fear. Chris is here. Hey, Achilles.
Well, it's a good thing he showed up. Is Achilles in the camera?
He is. For
Come here, because we're going to have a sale tonight. Come here, Achilles. Come on. Oh, up here. Just like a
Achilles. Hey.
This is Achilles. Achilles is sort of the newest Bolin. We love him to death. He's cool as he can be.
He is a good dog.
And he's a real good dog, but we're only allowed to have one dog each here, which Christopher has Chocodile. And I've got 2 cow.
Hey, as soon as he finishes this, I'm going to jump in and start doing some of the questions because I know he can't read them too well.
Yeah, it's plus I'm in a lot of pain and it's not going to be an easy show.
Yeah.
But isn't he adorable? That is Achilles. His owner had to leave him behind. Oh, he gives a lot of kisses.
He's a very sweet guy.
His owner had to leave him behind because she had to go to Texas and she could only take 1 dog with her. And we're trying to find him a good home. I thought my ex-wife wanted him, but apparently, there's some things going on there that will not permit them to have another dog either. So, and he loves Chocodile. Chocodile and him are best buddies. I almost hate to separate them. But
all right, guys, there's one thing I want to jump in and address because people have said it a couple of times. Brian Last does not own the Bolin Alley name. I don't know what the fuck that is.
He owns the URL to the new
Bolin Alley.
He owns the URL. So here's
which is a lot like Jim Cornette owning the rights to the name The New Midnight Express. It doesn't really mean much, and nobody gives a shit. So
I encouraged him to do what he wanted.
Yeah, he can have fun. He can enjoy himself.
But no, he doesn't own Bolin Alley, and so that's not why we're going to be the Brolin Alley. We just thought, being as we're going to be on Vince Russo's network, and allow me to do something.
Hey, Rico.
Yeah, Rico's in here. I've addressed him a little bit earlier, and I'm trying to pep up a little bit because it's, like I said, between the toothache and the leg ache and knee ache and everything, it's not been an easy past 2 or 3 days for me, and I've been edgy and snapping at everybody like you won't believe, and I'm going to try not to snap at anybody tonight.
Guys, catch me up. I don't know what Brian said about Jim Ross, so if somebody wants to catch me up, we'll address that. I don't know if Dad knows.
He blistered the shit out of him. He apparently said that Jim Ross was a drunk, that he did a show drunk. Big deal. His wife died. I don't give a shit.
I drink too. Shit.
It's on New Japan. Who gives a shit? Who noticed?
I remember somebody saying that Jim didn't know the name of some of the New Japan talent or didn't know some finishes. I don't know.
Guess what? I don't know a lot of the New Japan talent and any of the finishes. So I would be in the same boat. They wanted a legend to do their commentary, and I think he did it on short notice. And who gives a shit whether he knows their finishing moves or not? Every damn finishing move is a different thing by a different person. I didn't bother to learn them at OVW because everybody that came in would do 15 different versions of the Stone Cold Stunner or
the Super Kick
or the Super Kick or the Rock Bottom.
Everybody loves their fucking Super Kicks these days. Kilo Robbins, Disco Inferno was invited to our show. That was a lot of the reason we left Brian Last's network. He tried to ban the Disco Inferno from our show. We didn't take kindly to that.
He wanted to ban Russo. We couldn't have him as a guest.
He thought he was pretty over, but yeah.
So no, you're not going to tell us who we can and who we can't have on our show, and especially if they're friends of ours. And we cut him some slack with Russo, mainly because of Cornette. And but now Cornette got hot that I fired Brian Last, and I think he's even madder that I'm still friends with Russo, and I think he's even madder that we encouraged him to do the EPO, but we told everybody why we did that we thought it was best for both people involved. And he seemed cool with it. He seemed like he understood. Stacy seemed like she was cool with it. And depending what day you catch them on, I don't know what medications they're on or not. Hopefully everybody's on some. I need some medication, that's for damn sure, because the medication I got now is not working.
Jesus, I just read what Brian Last said about Jim Ross. Christ.
Did you just read all that?
Yeah, he got in his trademark catchphrase of "fuck that guy."
Yeah, fuck that guy. That really got Brian Last over.
Yeah, he's the top guy in this industry because he says "fuck that guy."
And so I just want to make it very clear. I don't care who in this room likes Brian Last and wants to listen to him, who likes Jimmy Cornette, wants to listen to him, or Austin Idol, because me and Idol certainly don't have any problems with each other that I know of. So listen to who you want. I hear my name's not even to be allowed to be mentioned in the precious 605.
Not the 605.
Yeah, they're not allowed to mention my name over there, good or bad. Not allowed to mention it.
Well, that's just
so, guys. I could give less than a rat's ass what you all talk about or who you listen to or whatever. I'm not the dictator of the world. If I was, a lot of things would be different. But I don't care. Listen to what you want, who you want. If you enjoy my show, listen. Don't know how the hell you're going to enjoy this one.
Hi, Canada.
Is Canada in the house?
Somebody said say hi to Canada. I love Canada.
Who was Rico speaking to? Hi,
Rahul. Rahul, he's a friend of ours. He's a big, big Vince Russo supporter.
Yeah. And if you want to know what a prick I am, what a piece of shit I am, what a scumbag I am, just ask Rico Constantino.
He'll tell you, man. He'll tell you. Yeah.
He'll tell you in a heartbeat everything you need to know. And here's one thing I always said about Rico. If Rico Constantino don't like you, then I don't like you.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones I will give that to, because if Rico don't like you, something's up. Something. If Paul Bearer didn't like you,
you suck. If Owen Hart didn't like
you know what? Do me a
then,
favor, Paul. There's a couple of fans on here that are wanting us to tell a Paul Bearer story, and I didn't know if I was quite up to it tonight. Can you tell a quick Paul Bearer story? Because this guy from Canada.
Yeah. I'll tell it. One of my favorite stories of Paul Bearer. I'm got to get used to this microphone. I'm not normally on this one. One of my favorite stories about Paul Bearer when I was very, very young.
You're always on that one.
Am I? I thought I was on that one last time. Yeah,
well,
I was on that one last time.
Last time you were.
One of my favorite Paul Bearer stories, when I was really young, I think Rico was at this show too, at Rising Sun Casino.
He was.
Yeah, so Rico can probably confirm this. Paul Bearer was down here as an agent. He was just scouting.
Do this one now.
He was just scouting people. This was right before the invasion started. It was Booker T's first event with WWE, or WWF at the time. He was WCW and US champion. He was working Bobby Eaton. Nigel McGuinness was working the show. I think it was actually more of an HWA show than an OVW show. But OVW guys were there to kind of help fill out the roster. But Paul Bearer was there, and he basically babysat me for my dad. He was a very nice guy. He was kind of having me go around with him and look at stuff. And he said, "Chris, will you come over here and sit with me? I want to get your opinion on some things." And I'm thinking I'm 12 or 13. I'm like, what the hell does Paul Bearer want my opinion about? So
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so I said, sure, I'll tell you what you want. I'll tell you anything. But Paul, why do you care what I have to say? And he says, well, I've been watching this for too long. I'm jaded. I don't see what you see. You're young. You're a fan. Can you kind of tell me who you think is good, what spots you think are good, what guys you think can kind of help us fill up roster space? So I said, sure. So I sat there with him, and he analyzed what I said, and he listened to me, and he took what I said, and he gave it value. And he was probably the first person to do that. And Cornette will probably still bitch that he ever did, but he was the first person that really took my input and gave me a voice, and I really appreciate Paul a lot for that. He didn't have to do that, but he saw value in me when nobody else had yet, and I really appreciate Paul for that every day.
Thaddeus is in the house.
Thaddeus.
And if anybody, what I put on the quality of person I would put with Rico and Sylvester Turkey, obviously it would be Percy. If anybody's a better man than Rico, that man might be Percy, because me and Rico and then, I don't know, Sly Turkey. Has he ever done anything wrong in his life?
I don't think Sylvester Turkey has ever done a single wrong thing in his life.
Me and Rico might not be 100%.
That man he is the moral high ground in human form. It's
but Percy, man, what a damn good man. Just proud I ever knew him. Proud that he ever called me his friend. I mean, just one of the class acts ever in the business.
My birth was announced on NWA Saturday night. That is true. Yeah,
that's been getting a lot of talk.
Yeah, I think it's on the network now. So
a lot of people have been seeing it here over the past few weeks. The dogs are just having a good old time. And
can we throw up the Too Sweet because people are doing the Bowling Club thing? Yeah.
Are they doing?
Can we knock that off? Yeah.
That's not the fucking Too Sweet.
What's that?
That's the rock symbol. The Too Sweet's the Too Sweet was
this one here.
No,
have I got too many in? I don't know that I've ever done it.
You've done it with Nash.
It's I did do it. Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you got to put it all together, like the wolf pack symbol.
I don't know that I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So these two.
Yeah, that's the Too Sweet. Yeah.
Who says you don't learn something brand new in the wrestling business?
If Omega comes on the new show, which they're talking about doing, you got to figure that out. Yeah.
I guess I better. I didn't. I didn't know that was still a thing. I didn't know they stole every damn thing.
Spencer, yeah, they're an homage. JC sucks big ass donkey balls. I didn't say that. I've thought that plenty of times, but I didn't say it.
I'm just disappointed with the whole Cornette.
There should be a Brolin Alley symbol. There is. His name is Josh Brolin.
Someone asked me if Josh was going to be a guest.
He's a frequent guest commentator. Yeah,
and he's welcome anytime he wants to come. All he's got to do is say the word. I've lost almost 20 some odd pounds since I moved in this house, but I feel fat. These shirts are making me look big.
Well, when you wear like an 11X,
I still got the same. This is one of the original BS shirts from after you. I blew up the size. You had
yeah. I didn't.
That was Jack Black.
That was Jack Black. Jack Black made the little logos.
Jack Black fucked that.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't think you wanted to pay extra for printing.
Guys, I'm going to do something special tonight. We're going to talk more about the Realm Network and Russo. There's a lot more to talk about that. The highly opinionated. When we start doing the dinner with the Bolin Club, we're going to do those. This is going to be the only place to actually see the Bowling Alley from now on. The Bowling Alley Live will be here. What are we calling the Russo show?
The Brolin Alley?
The Brolin Alley. The Brolin Alley will be the Josh Brolin Alley. Yeah, that's going to be there. And so this will be the only place that you can actually see the original Bowling Alley. But something I'm going to do special tonight, and this is for my... Get away. For my sponsors at Collar and Elbow on our shirts. The new Bolin Club T-shirts. This is the last night to get your orders in. We actually placed the order today. They told me anyone else that gets in an order and we're overrun on sizes, they can squeeze them in. So if you want a Bolin Club T-shirt, and most of you are bound to know what it looks like by now, you can order those for $29.95 for sizes small through 2X, 3X through 6X. You had $5.
I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Go right ahead. Don't let me bore you. And so what I'm going to do for anybody that buys any merchandise tonight at all, be it a set of Beats by Bolin, a set of Monster End tunes like we wear here on the show. There's my Chocodile. Chocodile's right there in the pink collar. 2 cows back on the sofa. And the little white ones running around here that we're trying to sell or give away. Achilles, he's running around here somewhere. But Collar and Elbow puts these shirts out too. And I've only got 3 of these that I can put up as a prize. I don't know how you feel about women's wrestling. So a lot of people don't like it. Well, there we go. That's the front of the shirt. These are put out by the good folks at Collar and Elbow. They don't like women's wrestling. And as a matter of fact, they break down on the back. Damn it. They break down on the back. And they supplied me with 3 of these once we come to a sponsorship agreement. And all right, I've got one of these in 2X, 3X, and 5X. So any of us fat bastards, as they call us, I don't know if we can call the 2X guy a fat bastard, but the 3X and the 5X probably. I've got a 2X, a 3X, a 5X. For the first 3 people that would like to have this shirt, anyone who buys my book, a set of headphones, a couple of DVDs, whatever you get, I'll throw this shirt in for free until I run out of the 3 of them. Just a little bonus we're going to do for anybody that hates women's wrestling and would like to have this shirt.
Or thinks Bailey is very boring. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Didn't she get hurt? How did she get hurt?
Separated a shoulder. I don't know how.
How do you get hurt?
I don't watch the product. Although I just looked back and saw Sheamus still has a job. That's depressing.
Sheamus still has a job?
Yeah,
I hadn't seen him forever. Has he been hurt?
No, he's been teaming with Cesaro, taking up space. The guys from the Revival, that team that Jimmy marks out for, one of them got hurt again.
Again?
I like how they do like no flips. They don't do any interesting spots, but they're both always hurt.
They're always hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen Wrestler's Court. I think that's something Marks do. I don't know.
I was in business 30 years and never
that's
spent a day
some
in
Mark
wrestling.
shit. Yeah.
There's a lot of people talk about Wrestler's Court.
If you
and I think a lot of wrestlers act like they were in Wrestler's Court. Maybe Undertaker. Undertaker might have anchored a few of those, but
that's
30 years, I never saw a day of Wrestler's Court. And number one, I got out.
John Rafi, just direct message him on Facebook, and he'll get you some merchandise. Nia Jax fell on her. Well, I guess that'll do it.
Oh yeah, you have to direct message me. Don't order the book or whatever and the shirt here. Just direct message me either here on Facebook or on Twitter. Is that the cow? Come here, cow. Come on in here, two cow.
Cow's got a hurt paw. He's got to go to the veterinarian.
He's got a hurt paw, and he's my boy, and he always likes his camera time. He knows he's a big star. He normally takes most of Christopher's camera time whenever he can. And boy, he's really horning in here on us tonight. You sure we shouldn't pull up?
He is. Yeah.
You sure we shouldn't pull up? He might want to tell the story about how he hurt his paw because he hadn't really told us.
Yeah, we don't know how you did that.
Maybe he was. Oh, that's the puppy getting a little aggressive.
Hey, puppy.
Did I tell you today that the puppy put Chocodile on its back?
Maya told me that. That is sad. He's got to go.
Puppy put Chocodile on its back. The 4-month-old pinned the 4-year-old.
Well, did you see Rihanna at the Crop Over Festival? Vince is a huge mark for Rihanna. Vince and I disagree on that. We both love black women, but I do not find Rihanna to be that attractive. I don't get it.
I've seen Rihanna have good days. I've seen her have not so good days.
And also, I'm going to say this: Beyonce is so overrated. If Aaliyah hadn't died, none of you'd be talking about Beyonce.
You know who my favorite song is? You know what my favorite song is?
If you say "Happy" by Pharrell Williams, I will.
No, I won't say "Happy."
Oh, I learned something about that piece of shit.
What'd you learn?
Pharrell wrote it for CeeLo Green. They recorded a version that everybody, including Pharrell, thinks is vastly superior. I haven't listened to it yet.
I haven't.
But CeeLo's label didn't want to do it because he was doing a Christmas album. So yeah.
No, you know what my favorite song is. That's when I really get depressed and I'm down and I just don't feel up to life anymore. And I'll say, Alexa, play "Cake by the Ocean."
Alexa, self-destruct.
I'll start the self-destruct sequence.
Oh no!
But only on the
What have you done?
that you dramatically canceled it at the last second.
What have you done?
There you go.
Why is Alexa self?
I am a genius, and Carlos Christian agrees with the Aaliyah statement.
Did
and
you
also,
just tell Alexa to self?
And also, if you can even compare Beyonce to Janet Jackson, you're an idiot. Janet Jackson is the greatest female musician of all time.
Alexa. I think Alexa self-destruct.
There, I unplugged it because you're fucking being an idiot.
No, you told it to self-destruct. But who am I going to have a relationship with no Alexa?
Jeff Robinson, Chad Hugo carried that team with Pharrell Williams for years. I've been saying that on any show. It's true. We just turned on this guy's Echo.
Hello, Echo.
Which out of all three dogs is the best behaved and which one acts up the most? Choco is the best behaved, and honestly, the puppy is probably acting up the most because he's 4 months old.
Well, he's 4 months old, and he's got a lot of play in him.
All right. Linux rocks. It does. Yeah, we're using the Linux distro right now. We're on Ubuntu.
Sometimes we're on Linux.
Sometimes he wants to put himself back on Windows. I don't know why.
Not anymore. I'm done with it.
Oh, yeah. You've been converted. You see the superiority here. Who's an effing idiot?
I had those Canada. Hold that up to the camera. I had those hid in the bottom of the fridge. Why did you know it's hid?
I didn't even know you liked Canada Dry.
Well, it's name brand.
Beyonce is the least talented of the three Destiny's Child. Yes. Kelly Rowland. Yes. We all agree, except Maya. Maya does not think Kelly Rowland's hot. I don't get it.
I think Kelly Rowland's hot.
Kelly Rowland is way more attractive than Beyonce's.
I'm going to let you go
ass.
solo for a second. I'm going to have to apply some medication for this toothache I'm dealing with.
Gotcha. All right. You're killing me. I saw some pictures of Janice, star hip hop, very revealing. Yeah. Well, you could have seen her very revealing on the Super Bowl, too. All right. Choco hates people that wear hats. Yes. She does not like people that wear hats. She thinks it's very low class. Anyone declared fuck that guy yet? Yeah, fuck that guy that says fuck that guy. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. If you guys have any questions you want to get in, comments you want to get in, stuff you want us to address.
Now's the time.
Yeah, now's the time. We're kind of in a lull. Apparently when Alexa becomes on TV, saying her name causes people's Alexa devices to go off. They probably should have thought about that. Michael Newcomer, Kelly Rowland's not dead that I know of, so... Best wrestler around, my opinion. It's gonna be Omega. There's nobody out doing that guy. Probably AJ would be number 2.
He wants me to interview him. Do they know that?
Yeah, there's rumors that we're gonna be interviewing Kenny Omega. I hope that gets to go through.
Highly opinionated. Tell me that.
I'm doing good, Mendez. I'm doing very good. Thoughts on Impact Live? It's still on the air. The Flashpoint movie. I'm looking forward to seeing Jeffrey Dean Morgan play Thomas Wayne. That'll be amazing. Where's the new podcast going to? We're going to be on The Realm with Vince Russo. I'm ready for college football. I don't give a shit about the NFL. I never have. Yes, Kelly Rowland was way hotter than Beyonce. Yes, I agree. She was okay in the Freddy vs. Jason movie. That's true. That movie was actually pretty fun. Any topics in mind for the Brolin Alley? We never have topics in mind. We just talk about what pops into our head.
We don't have topics now.
Yeah, we don't have topics in mind now. Is that going to be a video show? Or are they going to be able to comment on that?
Yes, that will be a video show.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I think Vince is going to do some of those.
It will not be live, but it will be YouTube. So
yeah, you guys
can comment, but it'll be after the fact.
And I think Vince is going to do some of those with us, so he'll be back on the guest list again.
Vince is,
and Jeff Lane is going to be our host. I think
Jeff Lane will be the host for most of the shows. Vince Russo is going to co-host, I think, one a month. And I'm also this news just in. Vince said that he's going to have me on Podcast One once a month to help promote the new show. So I'll be doing Podcast One with him once a month because he does 5 shows a week. So it ain't that big a deal. And he's going to promote it periodically throughout the week. That the Brolin Alley is now on the Realm Network. So that's going to be promoted.
Our Iron Bowl tickets came in on Friday. That's fantastic. I'm dying to go to the Iron Bowl. Thank you, Adam. That is fantastic. War Eagle, bro.
Yeah, how many people are going to be on the sidelines during the Iron Bowl?
I'm going to be. That'll be fucking cool.
Rico might want to go with us.
Hey, you want to meet us in Alabama, Rico? I'm there.
He might not.
Which November were you looking for? Justice League or Thor Ragnarok?
No, wait a minute. Do we have to go to the Iron Bowl in Alabama? Can we just host it here in Louisville?
I don't think they're going to move it.
They won't let us do that?
No. I'm looking forward to Justice League. I'm not a Thor guy. I'm not even a Marvel guy. This is well documented. I think Marvel's kind of childish. Their movies are really basically comedies. DC's movies have sucked. I need to see Wonder Woman. I hear they caught up, but I'm a Detective Comics guy. Harry said he just found out what DC stood for. Harry, Jesus
District
Christ.
of Columbia?
Detective Comics. That's where Batman made his debut.
I thought it was District of Columbia.
What team do I follow in college? I'm a Utah State Aggies man. Not a lot of people flying their
Miami Hurricanes and Louisville Cardinals. And don't let him fool you. When he really wants to, When he really wants to see a team win.
Yeah, it's the U. Yeah, I'm a U guy. But I do love Utah State. I do represent the hell out of them.
You did pick them when they were the worst team in college.
I did, yeah. And then they actually won the final Mountain West. So, yeah.
And I think Rico might be coming to Alabama.
WAC,
He just thanked Adam. I think Rico's going to be on the sideline.
They're the final WAC champions.
We have made a vow of something we're going to do if we go to the Iron Bowl. And I'm not in the best of shape, but if Prince can hold him down until I can get across that 55-yard wide field to do some damage, tell him what we're going to do, Prince.
We're going to beat the shit out of Nick Saban.
Just like a rented goddamn mule. I don't like that sumbitch. And I'd like to go to Alabama and do it in front of his home crowd. But if we got to do it in Auburn,
I've always wanted to go to a mall in Tuscaloosa and yell that Bear Bryant molested children.
He did coach at UK.
He did, yeah.
A lot of that shit was going on there. University of Kentucky.
The next country I want to visit, honestly, I'm really wanting to go to Japan. I think that's probably going to be on my list. Thoughts on Bobby Heenan, the greatest manager there ever was? There's not really much debate about that.
I want to go to that state that Donald Trump says was a meth lab or whatever.
Yeah, where did he say that about?
Vermont. Was it Vermont? I think it was Vermont. Wow, how did Vermont?
I've been to Vermont.
How did Vermont get that shit?
Vermont's okay.
Yeah, I've been there once.
It was all right. I've driven
of all states to start shit with.
Yeah, Vermont.
We don't want them riling up against us.
Yeah, you don't want.
You get 75 people mad that are all methed up.
Tee up
no
next
one
to
that
briefcase.
shit.
Japan is great to visit. I've heard that a lot.
You know why? That's a damn good idea. We'll take the briefcase with us. Take a ball bat.
It was New Hampshire. I've been to New Hampshire as well.
Yeah, Vermont and New Hampshire probably
New Hampshire is wonderful. It's one of the most beautiful states I've been
to. That's almost even worse than
New Hampshire's so innocuous. Nothing happens in New Hampshire.
You have new in their name.
It's like saying that Anchorage is the meth lab of Louisville. Did you hear about Onita having a match in CCW on Saturday? Onita will do anything for a payday. It's one of the things I love the most about him, Mr. Liar. Everything is 6 stars in Japan. I've heard that, including the trannies.
And if you guys have questions for me, ask the Prince.
You guys don't want my thoughts on Kurt Cobain. I don't agree about the suicide being the easy way out.
I never particularly liked him either. But
I've suffered a lot with depression, and I know how that gets. Man, I was ready to kill myself not too long ago. I've talked to people about that. If you guys ever want to talk about depression, please talk to me. Don't do anything stupid. Having friends got me through it. Simon from Wales really helped me out with that.
The only time I ever wanted to kill myself is when I had a bad toothache driving back from Florida back in the 80s, and I considered driving into a retaining wall to make the pain go away. Well, I'm in that much pain tonight, so good thing I'm not driving.
New Hampshire, my own state, is an opioid epidemic. Honestly, Kentucky's in one, too. We have horrible heroin issues right now. It's very well documented. We can't get away from it. It's terrible, and they're doing nothing to help the rehab situation here, so... apparently the puppy is joining us.
Let's have some cuteness here for a minute.
JC blessing Kurt Cobain. But yeah, I've always thought Kurt Cobain was very overrated. I think, and this is something that happens a lot in rap music too, if Kurt Cobain didn't end up dying, if he didn't end up committing suicide, I think that he would have become revealed as a hack musician like they all are. It's like Tupac. Tupac's music was not particularly great. It was okay. It was certainly ahead of its time, but it was not great. If he hadn't been killed, he would have fallen off. Everybody be talking about how whack Tupac is by now, and we'd all forgotten anything about him other than he was a hack. Yeah, there was Achilles there.
When he was born, I thought he looked like a little pig. You know what? I still see a little bit of pig in him. Looks like a little bit.
He does have a little bit of pig in him. Yeah.
See if you look at him, he thinks he's a pig.
If he was murdered, that doesn't change my opinion of things about his music. He still wasn't particularly talented. Foo Fighters is better than Nirvana. Dave Grohl's a much better frontman.
Do you think Brian Last and Jimmy Cornette kick little puppies like this?
I'm sure Brian Last does. I think Jimmy is an animal lover. Tupac was good for his time. Yeah, good for his time, but he certainly is not worthy of legendary status.
There you go.
I was going to say that rather than pig. Yeah, he would have kept playing. What happened to Kenny's Filipino girlfriend? They're still doing things. They're still international. Clay Young, what's up, Clay? How are you?
We are still international.
Tupac is better than most rappers there the last 20 years. That is simply not true. Tupac is at best probably in the top 50, maybe. Really not that great. He would probably not even be as good as Chris Calico or one of those random B-list guys from Strange. He's really not too good. What's Kenny's opinion on the JFK assassination?
Guy had good aim.
He did. He cracked off 3.
Yeah. Not bad from that distance. What do you want me to say? Shit, I was 4 years old.
Yeah. What do you think of NWA? They were ahead of their time too.
What do you want me to say?
Dr. Dre,
24 years old.
Dr. Dre certainly made some money out of that deal.
Now, how did Dre make money out of that?
He started Aftermath, and he's a fantastic producer. He signed Eminem, signed 50 Cent.
That NWO. I thought you meant Hall and Nash and the guys.
No, I can't say what it actually stands for, but
I don't. You probably can't.
No, but
let's not be like Jimmy and start a bunch of shit here today.
I'm not trying to start that controversy.
Yeah.
Eminem would win in a freestyle against Tupac. Eminem is much better freestyling. 6-Pac could sing better than Tupac. That's probably up for debate, but 6-Pac could do more drugs. Kenny, my man, how are you? From Scott Adams. He's in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Some of Tupac.
Rico makes me feel better, though. If Rico can be here, then goddamn it, I can be here.
Billy Corgan buying NWA Wrestling. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. Yes, I do still hate Alex Silva.
I'm curious to where he got the damn money. Everybody's saying he made some money. I don't see how. How much? You can't even cold in there.
God damn it. I hate drinking after people. That's yours.
Then I didn't drink it. Shove it up your ass, you selfish prick.
I hate drinking after
I hate
people.
you.
And that's fine. Hate me, but I don't like drinking after people. Weirds me out.
But yet you'll blow a cow.
I love cows.
Mm.
Robert Ouzle, ask your question. Have you seen Sonny's porno? I haven't. I don't know that anybody wants to see that. Still.
I like my vision too well.
Yeah.
I'll shy away from it.
He is the first hip-hop billionaire off of Beats headphones. Yeah, he also is a fantastic producer. If you listen to a lot of his beats, he was
I think
years
I'm
ahead of
the first hip-hop guy that made $1 billion off headphones.
You do not hop to what's hip. I'm not. I hate to quote Murphy Ali, but
I don't think I made quite $1 billion.
I do not like the Smashing Pumpkins role. I'm not a big fan of alternative music in general.
I don't like them either.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Why would you smash a pumpkin? Pumpkins are good people.
I think Billy Corgan's very talented, very interesting voice, but not my type of music.
Really?
At all. Yeah, I mean, he had a very unique voice, especially for the time. But he's
better than Usher.
I don't think there would have been
my good friend from Chattanooga.
I don't think there would have been groups like Coheed and Cambria if you hadn't had Billy Corgan to kind of make that voice.
Yeah.
Who's a sheltered prick? Me, probably. Aaron Stevens, I'm sure, will be a guest on the.
If I ever call him and give him my new number, it might be
that.
a good. I need to do that. I've been here 3 months and I haven't called him yet.
Brent, who's a sheltered prick? If it's me, you're probably right. Kenny, I need to get in touch with JC regarding business. Can you give him my number? No, we will not do that. We don't talk to Jim Cornette anymore either. So no, you're fucked.
You probably get a hold of him easier than I can.
Yeah, tweet it to him. Hope for the best.
Yeah, tweet it to him. Yeah, he's on Twitter all the time.
Jay Cutler going to Miami. Any thoughts?
We're doomed. What did Dr. Smith used to say?
We're doomed. We're doomed.
Name me the team that Jay Cutler ever saved, and I'll get excited for a minute, but I can't think of them.
The Chester Bennington killing himself is horribly sad.
Pretty sad. We'll see what Cornette has to say about that. Maybe he took the easy way out too.
Honestly, Chester was my least favorite part of Lincoln Park. I think Shinoda and
I like Chester myself.
He was a great guy.
I like Shinoda better.
I've never heard anything negative about him.
And I like the turntable guy, Hahn.
Mr. Hahn, Mr. Hahn.
Benny Hahn, I like him. Rico's a big fan of Benny Hahn.
I think that's different.
That's different. Yeah.
Any chance of an OVW reunion convention? I don't think we would be welcome at it if there was.
I don't know how either of us would be welcome. We've said a lot of horrible things.
Ryan, I don't know what happened to Miss Blue. I liked Miss Blue. She was a wonderfully nice person.
Last I heard, she was doing some
adult films.
Fetish porno. She was always the MILF, even though she claimed she looked very young.
But she was a wonderfully nice lady. Love.
Paul Heyman once told her she had nice legs and he could get her in the WWE. Well, that didn't happen. I wonder who told her that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, Jimmy does not like people bringing up that yellow jacket at all.
He doesn't for some reason. Why is he so sensitive about that yellow jacket?
I don't know. He's the one that wore the
Especially when someone tweeted the yellow jacket the night Vince.
Yeah, he wore a yellow jacket.
I mean, just own up that you got a yellow jacket.
I know, right? Who would win in a rap battle? Cena, PG-13, or PN News? Cena. The other.
Yeah,
PN News would be at the bottom of that list. Paul Whitmore, hey, what's up?
Who said what's up?
Paul Whitmore, you just said hey.
Hey, Paul, how's it going, baby?
Any news on coming to West Virginia? There is news about that.
There is. As a matter of fact, why don't you all make sure to look up Ramey Auto on the website? We're hoping if everything goes as planned, they're looking to be the big boy sponsor of all my sponsors on all my shows, the Brolin Alley, the Bolin Alley, and Dinner with the Bolins. Ramey Auto, based in West Virginia, Princeton, West Virginia. A couple of other car lots in Virginia itself.
Bill McGrath, I have not listened to any rock music coming out of Sweden. The only heat I accept is the heat I get with Marx and the heat that was Minoru Tanaka.
Do me a favor and contract.
And the only Eclipse I like was from Mitsubishi. So.
Do me a favor and contact Demetrius Moron here if you're interested in having us come to West Virginia. He says he will make arrangements if there's enough fan demand for it, and we'll send a vehicle here to get us and maybe do an autograph session at their car lot one day. But I want to make sure enough people come to make it worth their while. So don't contract him.
Don't contract.
I tell you guys, I'm heavily medicated tonight. But contact Demetrius Moore. He is a good friend of mine here on Facebook, and a good man overall. He's a great guy. Contact him. He's the one helping broker the deal with me and Ramey Auto, and we're hoping that by late August that they are going to be the big boy, bad boy sponsor. And we're also in negotiations, thanks to my good friend Clay Young down in Louisiana. We're in talks right now with the people at Raising Cane's Chicken, a place that me and Chris have logged a lot of time at Raising Cane's. And the owner of Raising Cane's happened to go to school with my good friend Clay down there. And he's trying to put that deal together. So if we get Raising Cane's,
man, you know how to put an audience to sleep.
And Ramey Auto, yeah, I'm putting them to sleep, talking about sponsors, of how to keep this show going. At least they ain't on here like Joe Cronin begging for donations every 8 seconds and giving them nothing. Why don't you talk more about your music shit if you want to put people to sleep? Ask Rico who's more boring, your stories or mine.
He said that Wonder Woman, and he was not impressed. I'm shocked by that. Everybody said great things. I need to check it out, but I'm very interested that you weren't too into it. My favorite DC bad guy for Lance Lumley, it's going to be the Flashpoint Joker, Martha Wayne. Brilliant character, brilliant version of the character. John Cena being the Transformers movie spinoff.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You can't see him. I don't know why he needs to be a robot in disguise.
You shouldn't need a disguise.
Thoughts on heel Undertaker in 2002? Great on the mic. Yeah, I liked Badass Undertaker, actually. I thought that was pretty cool. Why weren't you impressed? Yeah, okay. All right. This is kind of a dry episode, I think.
So what are you guys thinking of?
We need Maya's boobs to make this better. People get into that.
I remember Brian last said nobody wanted you or Maya.
Nobody wanted either one of us. I think that you by yourself, this is not a personal thing. I think you're boring as shit. You go off on these tangents. You don't really go anywhere, and you can't read the comments. So
apparently that's what the people want.
Apparently, yeah, they want to.
Yeah, that's what the people want.
And you're like,
you got to remember, I only started doing the comments when I started doing these. When I was just doing the bowling alley, I just talked about whatever shit I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you stayed awake a lot easier back then.
I'll put myself to sleep on this damn thing.
You're putting me to sleep now, man. During Smoky Mountain, what were you doing, Starmaker? He did ring announcing for Smoky.
Ring announcing, backstage production. Used to go put some of the shows together with Jimmy at the studio.
That's when Jimmy taught me how to do finishes, even though he'll never admit that.
No, he won't.
Watching Arrowverse shows. I watch all of the Arrowverse shows. I really enjoy all of those. Legends goes in and out. Their quality is very up and down.
Need more medication.
He needs more medication. OVW went to hell after you guys left. I agree. I know times change. Wrestling is McMahon had a vision that ruined it all. You guys feel the same way? No, that was going to happen anyway. If you look at the NWA, they were trying to take over all the territories. They were like the super territory. I think that it was a matter of time before one of them did it. That vision was kind of going around. Cable was going to bring that regardless. To blame Vince for that is not to look at the whole picture. Did you hear about the passing of the Phillies catcher Darren Dalton from brain cancer? I did not. I did not. That's very sad. That is very, very sad. Yeah, I'm very sad to hear that.
I like him. He's a good ball player.
Do I like Shiba Inu dogs? I do. I like Shiba Inu.
How did he pass away? Does anybody know?
Brain cancer.
Oh my God! No, I didn't know that. Pretty sad.
Do you watch ROH? I do not. I have not seen Ring of Honor since Samoa Joe left. Just not the same company. I went to the show that had the Dragon Gate guys on it though. That was pretty fun.
Sorry, this isn't going to be a very exciting episode tonight, guys.
I'm glad I came down here to save this because this was Maya turned on the feed upstairs and it was rough.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing the run-in.
Yeah, you needed me.
Well, you said you was going to be here at 8 o'clock.
I was asleep at 8 o'clock.
Well, then I guess you lied then, didn't you?
Favorite current tag team? Probably Gorillas of Destiny. Where is Maya? Thoughts on Cutler signing with the Dolphins? We already covered that.
No, we didn't cover where Maya's.
Maya's upstairs. She just didn't feel up to doing the show tonight. We don't take these things very seriously.
They are kind of a bonus show. It's not like we're under contract.
Well, I don't take any podcasting seriously.
Well, you better take the Realm Network seriously.
Out of loyalty to Russo, I'll take it seriously. Thoughts on Chris Jericho, any runs or stories? Chris Jericho was there for the first time I ever managed, actually.
He was.
Yeah, I love Jericho.
First time you managed in the state of Kentucky.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Mick Foley doing the dick spot.
Biggest payday that either one of us ever had in the wrestling business.
Thoughts on Mick Foley doing the dick spot with Joey Ryan? I think it's awesome.
Jimmy's hot about it. Jimmy, I saw bitched about it on Twitter today. He really gave Foley some shit.
Look, I'm gonna say this, and you guys.
I personally would not do the dick spot.
I do the dick spot. I'd grab Joey Ryan's dick and I do the dick spot.
Oh God.
Look, everybody wants to give Jim Cornette the moral high ground that he's some great booker. Jim Cornette booked a fucking mummy and a fucking Power Ranger and a fucking ninja. Fuck Jimmy.
Did book a Power Ranger.
He did, and it was a shit Power Ranger.
Yeah, he was not a good. That Power Ranger was like 56. I don't know if
he was an old. He was older. Yeah,
he's old fucking Ranger.
Kingdom Come Superman was very good.
He should have been the lack of Power Ranger.
The no Power Ranger.
He had no power.
I'm looking forward to Justice League Elliott. Yeah, if anybody, I think Matt Capitelli is selling T-shirts as a fundraiser for his brain cancer operation.
Somebody's selling them. They claim he's getting all the money. So
yeah,
that's
if you guys,
case.
support Matt Capitelli. There is very few.
He's a good guy.
He's a hell of a good guy. Too good for the wrestling business, so I don't think he ever truly came back to it. But
now in matches with Matt Capitelli, we only had one. And well, Matt, I'm sorry. You remember how that went. He said his doctor asked him if he'd ever been hit by a truck. He said, well, I took an elbow from Kenny Bolin once. And he said, well, that explains why you look like you've been hit by a truck. So.
Big Don Vito. I'm always glad that Big Vito's
as a matter of fact, now that I'm feeling just slightly better, me and Rico Constantino had one match. Rico, do you care to tell the people how that one went? Me and Jerry Lawler had a few matches.
Tyler DeLong, I don't watch much American wrestling, but if you want to see a great match, watch Shuji Kondo versus Dragon
Hang on,
Kid.
I want to pull the room on this. How many people, including the room and sitting right here, have beaten John Cena fair and square, 1, 2, 3? And yeah, that's what I thought. Me. Okay. Damn. I feel like Donald Trump sitting up here blowing myself.
Yeah, you're in the.
That's a lot of fun when you can just.
And the toothache is making your voice sound like you've.
Well, that and the new teeth, between the two, and then the toothache, the tooth that hurts.
Yeah, Blake, that's the guy that Bob Holly marked out for himself and beat up on Tough Enough. Fuck Bob Holly.
Yeah.
Thoughts on LAX? I love Homicide. I don't know who the other guy is.
Great airport.
LAX is a great airport. It was also a great album by The Game. How are you and Jerry Lawler getting along? Not well. The puppy's barking. I'm
not getting along with anybody real well these days.
No, you're
me and Lawler are kind of on the outs.
Cornette won't acknowledge it.
Cornette doesn't acknowledge and Brian, well, poor old Brian last.
Mickey James beat John Cena a few times. Oh, that's a good comeback.
Ooh. Now, is this documented?
They were a thing. Yeah.
I think, yeah, she might have.
I think Doan
that way.
I think Doan brought that up. Actually, was that behind Doan's back? I don't remember. If somebody wants to catch me up on that,
might have been.
I don't remember. I know that he was getting with Victoria behind Victoria's husband's back, though. So
yeah,
he has John has a history.
There is a bit of a history.
He has a type, and it's normally married. Kevin Federline beat John Cena. That's also true. Yeah, K-Fed.
K-Fed beat him?
Yeah.
Where'd he beat him at?
On the New Year's Raw a few years
ago.
Well,
let me address something to you little pricks. Are either of them in this room right now? Is Mickey James in this room? Is K-Fed in this room? I said who in this room or sitting here. So see, you little pricks are fishing. Now don't get me upset, because this ain't a night to get me upset. I said in this room, and now y'all are making up shit. So fuck all of you.
Tyler, if you want to watch wrestling that's of that style, watch early Tory Mon
Except
stuff.
for the fans who have bought something, then I take it all back.
Any pre-Dragon Gate. Dragon Gate doesn't do it for me. Jim Cornette beats Vince Russo and John Cena together. No. I wrestled Cena in 2002 in WWE. You did. I recall that.
Who did he wrestle?
Rico said he wrestled John Cena in
Did
2002.
you beat him?
Thoughts on GFW from Chris Dold? They're in business. Chris, come have dinner with us sometime. I told Brittany.
Who are you inviting to dinner?
Brittany's husband. Brittany, our hairdresser.
Yeah, he's cool. He can come.
She said that he doesn't think we actually want to hang out with him. Like,
no,
have fun. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Stop it. I think she told him that we didn't want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Remember when we said that up at the hair place? We said we don't want to hang out with him.
Yeah. I think
she must have told him that.
No,
anytime, man. You just say the word.
I wish.
Are you buying?
I wish that WCW would have promoted the Invisible Man. I would have watched that. That was another Disco Inferno idea.
Yeah,
Well, that and Bill Ding.
Is that like who was the turtle shell back guys? Who
that was the.
Did you unplug?
No, we're good. That was the Humpbacks. That was
the Humpbacks. Well, the Humpbacks versus the Invisible Man. I'd like to have seen that.
That would have been a Broadway.
Been a hard match to call.
Do you think Nikki Bella has talent? It depends on what.
Now ask me if it's in wrestling.
Yeah. It depends on what kind of talent.
Yes, he's got talent. Yeah, we're not going to argue that.
Depends on what kind of.
Rico, did you beat Cena? I've noticed you've disappeared since I asked that question. Did you beat Cena? Fair and square, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring, like I did to you. I think I fell on him, to be honest with you, but regardless.
Cena and Victoria was real, yeah. Rico's putting that over. And also, I don't know if Rico will want to get the heat for bringing this up, but if anybody wants to know where Cena got his gas, I've brought that up plenty of times too.
Yeah,
for anybody that says that Cena was clean.
I think Rico's reached a point like us. I don't think he gives a shit anymore.
I don't give a shit about any of these fucking people.
You mean the gas that Cena doesn't take?
Yeah, all that gas. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about that.
Spencer wants us to plug a fundraiser. It's August the 12th at River Valley Wrestling at the Arena.
I heard about that. I did retweet that today.
1416 Spring Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Doors open at 6:30. It's a fundraiser to help a little girl named Grace to give her a personalized wheelchair.
We're not going to do it.
Oh,
okay. We're not going to promote it.
Who the fuck is big ticket Brandon Abels? And Ricky Chevy?
Oh, geez. Ricky Chevy's on the card?
Nah.
I'm pulling out any no. No,
just how much money does a little girl need? We'll
yeah. If Ricky Chevy's there, I think we're going to have to pass a hat somewhere, raise some real money.
All right.
Let me sell my book so we can raise this kid some money.
Did you ever meet Ole Anderson?
Oh yeah, a few times. He was always a pleasurable man.
Rico said no to something. I don't know if it was the gas comment or something else.
He put Cena over. Yeah, that's something I never did.
He just said no down here. I don't know what Rico's saying no to.
No, put him over. You see it up there?
No, he says no right here. I don't know what he's saying.
Well, up there,
he says no, he put him over.
So yeah. Okay, Rico, I just wanted to check.
When can they order the beef jerky?
When can they order what?
The beef jerky.
We'll talk to our good friends at Mulligan's Meats about that.
Yeah.
They're supposedly working on some packaging deals.
Ladies and gentlemen, Abyss has joined the show.
Is Abyss in the house?
I don't know if it's the actual Abyss, but it's Chris Parks.
Well, say hello, Chris.
Will you actually watch SummerSlam? Maybe.
Will Shinsuke be in that?
Yeah, he's working gender.
If he's in it, I'll see that. I'll see that match.
You know what you're not going to like? I want
you.
I want Jinder to go over.
He's going to. You're going to get your wish.
I hope.
Who in here wants to bet me on that?
Yeah, Jinder's got to go.
I mean, I love Shinsuke, and he should win. He should be the world champion.
He should.
But until this India deal goes through and they get that Indian money, that 1.3 billion Indian dollars,
1.3 billion rupees.
Until that happens, he ain't losing that belt. They're not going to have him over there as the champion.
He'll be the longest reigning champion since Punk. They'll have him outdo Punk.
You might be right.
What are the thoughts on Rico? What are Rico's thoughts on the Billy and Chuck gimmick? Rico, if you want to chime in, I've seen that come up a couple of times.
Rico, your thoughts?
I thought it was great.
I really thought Billy was gay. I really did.
He pulled it off, man. Thoughts on Anthem turning TNA into GFW? They had to do something. I don't know if GFW was the answer, but the TNA name was so damaged. It's a shame, but it was. We all made fun of TNA so much.
And if you remember the prediction I made when GFW came aboard, I think the prediction I had, basically all it is going to be the rejects of TNA.
Yeah.
Which is more or less what it's.
I love Double J, but,
Double J's a nice guy. He follows me on Twitter. I'll follow him.
All right, we might be ending this thing soon.
Now, I do have a show. The Podcast One shows I've got coming up. Me and Russo are going to be doing one in the near future. Whether anybody likes it or not, I'm doing them. Stone Cold Steve Austin has talked to me about being on his show that we're probably going to get done this summer. Chris Jericho, the last time you're probably ever going to hear me and Jimmy Cornette together, because we've already recorded it. Jericho did a show with me and Cornette, so if we're sounding friendly, don't think it's a work, because at that point we were.
Yeah, that was months ago.
But it's supposed to air sometime this summer, unless they figure out a way to edit me out of the whole show, and maybe they're working on that right now. I don't know.
Any encounters with Buddy Landell? Yeah,
Buddy
all the time.
Buddy pulled a rib on me. I'll tell a quick story about Buddy Landell. Buddy was very proud of his Mercedes. he didn't care that Mercedes was about 25 years old and sounded like an ocean liner pulling into your driveway. But he loved that Mercedes. So he was in Louisville over the weekend, years and years ago, and he wanted to watch the Tennessee Kentucky game with me. So he comes over to the house and we're watching Tennessee Kentucky. And I warned him not to use too much toilet paper in the bathroom because we were having a lot of plumbing issues at this complex at the time. And so he promised me, no problem, man, no problem. So he goes back there, King, goddamn, oh shit, water's going every fucking where. Goddamn, what'd I do? And I go back there, and of course there ain't nothing wrong. So bitch was just ribbing me. I'm just picturing Buddy Landell shit running all over my bathroom. And who I was going to get to clean it up because I wasn't going to do it, and I knew Buddy wasn't going to do it, and Chris was pretty young, and
I was like 6.
He was like 6, so he wasn't going to do it. But fortunately, it was a rib, and he did not shit all over my bathroom.
Somebody wants to know what I thought about the spot where Zandig dropped a guy off of a roof onto a truck.
Wish I'd have done it.
I believe that is the spot to where he dropped Sick Nick Mondo, who I'm actually a big fan of, and Achilles is completely asleep on the floor here. I believe it was Sick Nick Mondo, who I'm a huge fan of Nick Mondo. Excuse me. That guy.
What the hell was that?
I know, yeah, it's ginger ale. Nick Mondo is a very, very talented guy. No, I support Nick Mondo. He was a deathmatch wrestler, but he was a very good one. He actually had some decent psychology. Good worker overall.
I don't guess Demetrius Moore's name is rolled up here tonight. He's supposed to be one of the Big Daddy sponsors coming aboard here.
You can buy the video of Cornette and Bolin at Golden Corral from my dad. Just DM him.
Just DM me. If I got any merchandise you guys want, be it the DVDs, headphones, beats, pills.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Brittany.
Will Rico help promote this shirt for me? This one right here. Women against, why can I not hold it up straight there, Prince?
It's a big shirt. It's hard to hold a 10-foot straight.
Collar and elbow, folks, put this one out.
Yeah, that pizza last night, Daniel Spencer. If you guys are in Louisville, you're looking for a good pizza, go to Diorio's Pizza, man. Those guys don't play.
That was some serious-ass pizza right there, man. That was some good shit. Thank you for bringing that up.
I'd love to have...
cost me a lot of money. Wait,
if anybody knows
I didn't buy it.
A Chris shirt, do we have Chris shirts? Are we doing those? We had talked about us having our own shirts.
There was some talk about it there for a while of you and Maya Doodle, but the artist backed out of that.
If anybody
and loyalty to Brian Last, so
yeah, that's a great guy to have loyalty to.
Yeah.
If anybody knows Nick Mondo or can get a hold of him, I'd love to interview Nick Mondo. That guy,
Nick Mondo,
Sick Nick Mondo. He was a deathmatch wrestler for CZW.
Any relation to Mike Mondo?
No. Although Drew Gulak from 205 Live, his brother Rory Gulak.
Drew Gulak.
Yeah, he's actually really fucking talented. I don't want to talk shit about him, but
all right, well, don't.
His brother Rory did a gimmick of being little Nick Mondo. So yeah, there's a little bit of correlation there.
If you all could see little Achilles right now, dead to the world, stretched out like a giant frog laying here beside me, y'all would just come and give me any amount of money for him now.
Harry, see if anybody can get Nick, because that would be really cool. Did he team with Madman Pondo? I don't know if he did or didn't. I don't know if Pondo was doing CZW back then. He might have been.
I can't keep up with what all
Pondo's that was Pondo.
I think Pondo's worked for every company on the planet Earth and 2 that aren't on Earth.
Steak and Shake is really good, really affordable, and consistent. Like, you get a lot of those places, you never know what you're going to get.
Same shit no matter where you go.
Yeah, it's, you can count. It's like Waffle House. You can count on it.
I recommend to get the triple. I mean, if you get some meat, get some goddamn meat. At least a double.
I normally do a double or a triple. If I can manage a legend from back in the day, Nick Bockwinkel.
Oh, I'm sitting right here. Don't embarrass me.
Nick Bockwinkel. I've always been a huge fan of Bockwinkel. So far ahead of everybody else.
You know what? No one's ever asked me that question, who I would like to have managed that I never did. And I feuded with Lawler many times. I wonder what type of manager I would have been for him.
I don't know.
Being as we're basically
same thing.
Same fucking thing.
Our thoughts on Nakamura almost breaking Cena's neck with a bad suplex.
Ooh, well, you had an opinion on that. Tell the folks what you told me.
Cena's fault. The bump you take flat, he didn't take it. He should have gotten over. He didn't. You blame Cena.
Yeah,
sorry.
That was the first thing Prince said when we saw that happen.
Cena spot 1,000 times. He didn't bump. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hey, if you guys ever see that suplex, you take it flat. He didn't.
Rico, what's your opinion? Rico probably didn't.
Yeah,
see
he probably
it.
didn't
Rico's
watch
like
it,
us. He don't see it much of shit anymore.
But I did see that spot. He didn't take the bump properly. So that's not on Shinsuke.
I showed Chris especially to see it, and plus Shinsuke was very excited. He was that was his dream, was to wrestle Cena when he got over here. And I heard Cena was just as excited about working in Shinsuke.
Yeah. We've heard of Mike Samples. I don't know much about him, actually.
Supposedly he embezzled a shitload of money from Danny Davis, but that's Danny Davis's story, so who knows?
I can't imagine there was that much money to embezzle.
Back in those days, I have no idea what it would have been.
Cena looked too tight and stiff. Yeah, my guess, and people aren't going to think this is popular either, I think he was probably blown up. He hasn't been doing too much lately, and Shinsuke's a hard guy to work with as far as that goes. So...
And they have really toned Shinsuke down. Steve Austin was bitching about it the other day about how they really cut back.
I did notice that the Kinshasa was a lot lighter than it normally is. So yeah, I do. Sam Bass is a manager. I never saw Sam Bass, but Dad was a big fan.
I saw lots of Sam, and Sam very rarely ever spoke a word.
KG Muto, baby.
But he was perfect for Jerry Lawler because Lawler did all the talking anyway. But he had more heat for a guy who didn't say much that I'd ever saw in my life.
Are the Reds losing tonight?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, and anybody on here ruins it will not be on this show the next time I do one, because I will search you and I will block you. Everyone knows I DVR these things, so don't fuck it up for me. And yeah, we're probably losing.
I like Low Key. He was one of the guys that I first got into indie wrestling around. I met him a lot shorter than I thought he was going to be. A lot of fun to watch, though. Thoughts on Alexa Bliss? Vince Russo puts over her thighs. I haven't really watched much of Alexa Bliss.
Who puts over her thighs?
Vince Russo. I haven't watched much of her.
She's got the same thighs as every other girl in the WWE. I mean, they look like cookie cutters walking down the ramp.
She does the Harley Quinn gimmick. I know that, which I don't.
I mean, she's a little shorter than most of them, but I think Alexa is talented for her experience level. She does have nice thighs, but just name me the girl in WWE other than Becky Bayless that doesn't. Is that her name? No, it ain't Becky Bayless.
Do you remember Scott Adams from OVW? Becky Bayless was, yeah.
She was. Not a lot of people know that, though.
No. If you remember, Cena just wanted to kick, stomp, and punch when he was with us. Yeah, he was not a complicated worker.
Do I remember who? Scott who?
Scott Adams.
Do I remember him from OVW?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, did he wrestle with Scott Adams?
Cena just wanted,
Is Michelle Brand part of the Russo brand?
No, that's her name.
That's her name.
She had me help her. Michelle, did that Linux install I helped you with go well? I helped you out that and I never heard anything else. So I want to make sure you
Michelle local. She live here close.
I don't know where she lives, but she said that she.
I see her come up all the time, and I just thought she was hooked up with Vince Russo.
No, she likes Russo, but she had me help her with the Linux install, so I want to know if it actually went well for her. So best manager I ever saw live was Corny. Jimmy is a good manager. If you know his promo style, it's very predictable. I've exposed that a lot.
And if you know where they all came from,
yeah,
which I do. And so do you now. I've told you where they all came from.
Yeah.
But no hostility for me towards Jimmy. They got upset with me over some shit. I'm gonna pull a Michelle Obama. I'm gonna take the high road, and Jimmy wants to have a problem. That's his deal. You know, if he called me, I'll make him wait as long as he did when he didn't call me. And 20, 30 days from now, I'll talk to him. But he ain't gonna call. He's too eaten up over the Russo shit.
Is Linux good on a virtual box? It depends on what you're using it for. You want to choose your distros. If you want a good lightweight virtual machine, run something like Tails. It's super light, easy to use. Ubuntu, depending on how much resources you have dedicated to your virtual machine, can run it slow, and depending on your machine. It did work with trying to get the networking on it. I haven't had an issue with getting the net to work. It could be that your drivers are bad on your router for it. See if Ethernet cable works. If so, it might be something else I can help you with.
What's the name of that show that Tech something or another we used to watch all the time?
Oh, yeah, it was on Tech TV. It had Leo Laporte as the host.
Is this what the show is?
Yeah, well, he loved Linux too. So me and Leo Laporte.
I like Leo Laporte.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
And little Kate, I like little Kate. Little
Kate Patello, yeah,
little mousy looking girl.
Kate Patello, she was on there too. Yeah,
she was.
Yeah. Sup, gentlemen? Hey, Chris. Oi from Chicago. Get back here, boys.
Get back here. I haven't been in 20 years.
I haven't been to Chicago in a couple of years myself. I like Chicago. Nice city.
Well, you haven't been since you picked your wife up. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right. My laptop is shorting out, so I can't install it on that. Just need to find a place to exchange it. Okay. Fair enough. Episode 88 of what? I love Linux Mint until I had to go back to Windows. the screensavers. Paul Whitmore knew what we were talking about. There you go.
Frank, what are you on episode 88 of?
I don't know. Frank Hershey's on episode 88.
Frank's our man. Frank is he's the connected guy who's made food appear at Olive Garden a couple times.
I would, if he made food.
Frank's my buddy.
If he made food appear again. Yes, I heard about Takayama getting paralyzed. That's fucking sad.
When this happened?
Yoshiro Takayama.
I hate to hear about anybody getting paralyzed. Damn near it happened to Cena, but it would have been his fault.
It would have. Apparently, Takayama took a bad bump at a DDT show. I haven't seen it, but yeah, apparently.
Hang on here, I've missed out. What's a DDT show?
Dramatic Dream Team. It's the company that Jimmy hates, that Omega and Ibushi. And where the dick spot happened. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, I'm not with you on the dick spot. I'm not doing no dick spot for anybody.
Jimmy Saw isn't called Rico either. So that tells you the kind of guy that Jimmy is, yeah.
Well, I will be on that permanent list with you, Rico. You will get the call before I do, I can promise you. But, Rico, there might be people in this business you hate. I don't. Well,
Bob Holly.
You know what? I wouldn't. Maybe I am a dick because I would not work. But Holly was a dick to me, too. So we both have that to share. Would I not do business with Holly just because of Rico? Well, like I said, if Rico don't like you, there's probably something up. Jimmy hates everybody. So if I hate everybody Jimmy hates, who the fuck am I going to? Hell, I'd hate Chris.
He does.
I'd hate Maya.
He would. He already does, but he would hate us for different reasons.
I'd hate Tucal. I'd hate Chocodile. I'd hate Misty.
Oh, Leo Laporte's doing a new version of the screensavers. That's cool.
Cool.
I know Kate Vitello was doing some off-Broadway work for a little while.
Pornos, what I heard.
No. But she was doing some off-Broadway work. So that's
with mice.
Did a musical.
With mice.
She did have a mousy look to her. I'll give you that.
She did have a little mouse.
Has either of you ever been to Boston? I have not, but my family is from Boston.
Well, you're wrong. Yeah, you have.
Oh, we worked
we
that
went
show there.
Through
Yeah,
Boston
that's right.
and we were in Nantucket.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
We did Nashua in New Hampshire. So we've been there.
Yes, Matt. Brian did break up the partnership of Jimmy and my dad. Brian brain dead last. I like that. Yeah. Are you on good terms with Brock these days? As good as anybody is, I guess. What is the process of
better terms than I am with Cornette?
They want to know what the what the process of talking to Vince about joining the Realm Network.
What was the process?
Hey, I want to join the Realm.
Yeah, I think he basically heard that we had quit Brian last, or got fired, and we're even sick of that shit. If people want to think Brian fired us first, even though we've got timelines that say otherwise, which I think he went back and photoshopped to make it look like he got rid of us first. I told Cornette on a Friday what was coming for Brian last for being a backstabbing prick and trying to fuck with my family. And I told him on a Friday, and then by Monday, we finally went ahead and did it. And then 42 minutes after we did it, Brian acted like he got rid of us. So whatever y'all want to believe, I don't give a shit. Y'all can listen to him. I don't give a shit. Y'all can talk about him here. I don't give a shit. He means nothing to me. He means nothing, and neither does Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin he was trying to buddy back up with me, and then he accused me and Brian Last of sucking each other's balls. Now, my son says that I was being petty about that.
Little petty.
If I were to say, just let me pick a couple of names out of here. Michelle Brand, being as you're here a lot. Michelle Brand, if I accused you of sucking the balls, well, that would be impossible because Harry Burnett doesn't have balls.
Oh.
Let's go with
Hey, Christina's on.
I started to say Christine Nadinger, but God, we hate to pull family into this.
Yeah, hey, Christina, what's going on?
What's up, Christine? That's my son's sister.
Oh, I still don't know who. Yeah, nobody knows who Brian Last is except for his 9 fans.
Do we have any bids on? Do we have any bids on Achilles? He is half husky, half pit. The most
I don't really believe the pit thing.
I don't either, to be honest with you. Hey, there's not.
There's not much that looks pit there.
He looks to be about 98% husky to me. His paws say he's 98%.
You know, Becky, my other sister Becky was looking, and she saw it was like an Alaskan something and a Jack Russell, and it looked just like him.
Have you ever seen anything more adorable?
Oh no, he's completely adorable. He's a cute,
adorable.
Sweet dog. He's a great puppy.
He is just beaten up and worn out. He has played all day with.
We're just not people that are in a position to take care of a puppy.
Yeah.
Hey, Christina, if you're still watching, hey Choco, come here, girl.
Where's Choco now?
Come here, Choco.
Come here, Choki.
Choco.
Yeah, Christina is who.
She's the one who found Choco.
Come here, Choki. You haven't made your TV appearance yet tonight. There's a little Choco now.
Choco is still here. She is the best friend I've ever had.
She's just a little dog baby.
Yeah, she's a great girl.
She is in the top 3 dogs in this house right now. I'll put her right there with them.
She is the only dog in this house.
Where's Tucal? Did he go to bed?
Yeah. So
Tucal normally just goes back.
Christina, if you are still watching, here's Choco. You say that, my niece is hearing you.
The dogs are normally the star of the show.
Choco, she sees her. Yeah, so yeah, Choco.
Little Choki, she good little girl. She my good little baby. Where you at?
Yeah, she's a great dog.
Let me kisses.
All right. She's
All
like,
right.
this is annoying.
Yeah.
Choco
Slightly.
was like, I don't get this. She's like, I was asleep. I was having a good night.
She was sound asleep.
Yeah. Chris, are you into other sports? I know you like football. Do you like baseball, hockey, or basketball? I really don't. I don't follow too much.
I get him into a baseball game every now and then.
I
if
like
it's
to
one
go.
Of those good old pitchers.
Yeah, I love a pitcher's duel, and I like to go to a baseball game. But will the new show have theme topics, just random stuff each week? I don't know. We haven't really talked too much about what
I
we're gonna be
didn't
doing.
wear my collar and elbow shirt tonight, but I do have the sticker here, so we'll get that up here for our good folks at Collar. There we go. We've done that, and you can see Christopher's
Yeah, I got the
his
shirt on.
there.
Yeah, I try to wear it for him. It's actually a really comfortable shirt too.
They are
good
very
materials,
comfortable.
yeah.
The material's great.
Yeah, they don't skimp on their materials.
Yeah, better than this heavy goddamn thing.
I think it's probably getting to be about time to end this thing.
Well, what time is it? I tried to give them an hour.
It's 9:17. We've gone over an hour.
We went over an hour. God
All
damn.
right, guys. I'm going to do the rapid fire last 3 questions.
You've been hogging those lately.
You can't read them.
Let's do 4 questions. You get 2, I get 2.
All right,
We're
fair
gonna do
enough.
4
All right,
questions.
next 4 questions ends it.
Here we go.
And it's the next 4, no matter what they are. Kenny, can't count that.
Can't count that as good. Wouldn't Andy Griffith fuck this
It's a
up?
statement,
Way to go,
yeah.
Andy. How you doing, Andy? Looks like you got here late. You're going to have to see the replay.
They just stopped asking questions.
Eric's son. I know Eric's son. He joined. So, you know what? I'm on to them. If they don't ask questions, you can't end it.
What about OVW?
What about them?
What about him? Yeah, there you go. All right, whose questions that count as? Mine or yours?
You take that one.
Is Alice Radley still in love with the Star Maker? You take that one.
Hell yeah.
Rey Mysterio, like it, hate. I like Rey Mysterio.
I don't hate him.
Thoughts on Alice Radley? Chance of her being on
That's already been a question.
No, this is a different one. This is about her being on the podcast. I would have Alice Radley on. I think we all hate Cornette, so yeah. Or I don't hate Cornette.
Well, we don't hate him. I mean, there's no hate in our hearts, is there?
I don't have hate in my heart. I have annoyance.
If Alice Radley reaches out to me and if that old bitch wants to be on my show, then I'll have her on.
Who's my favorite Paris? Air Paris is my favorite Paris. And then last question for you, thoughts on MC Hammer?
Hammer time.